A week ago, I didn't even have a Royal Enfield bike. Today I'm riding one into the cold, dark morning, heading towards a challenge I've never faced before. Brand new bike, first group ride, first off roading, my legs barely touching the ground, and there is zero room for mistakes. If I fall today, I fall hard. This is not just a ride. This is me finding out my true potential. Okay, so this story started 1 week ago. I got a text from a guy from the Royal Enfield team Gachibowli asking if I wanted to join their women's rider group. And the first thing I replied was, I don't even have a Royal Enfield bike. But he replied, you don't need to, just join the group. So, yes, I joined the group.
മമ്മി വണ്ടിയുടെ കീ ലിഫ്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് തരുമോ?
So a few days later, he texted again saying, there is this ride on Sunday, a sunrise ride to Pargi Sunset Point. Do you wanna come? He asked me. And again I said the same thing. I don't have a Royal Enfield bike. He replied, we will give you one. Just show up. Okay, so now I was excited because this is something really new to me. But there is one more problem. My height and bikes have a complicated relationship. No Royal Enfield bike would actually perfectly fit my height. So I asked him, are you sure this will work out? Because the bikes are really tall for me. He said, we will give you Meteor 350. It would be perfect for you, don't worry. And that confidence was enough for me. So I decided to give it a try.
Bye, Mama. So, let's go. Let's be safe.
And that's exactly how today started, 3:15 am. I left my house, scared of the brand new adventure I was about to step into. But I was still very much excited. And then, as you have already seen in the video, I reached my parking spot, mounted my camera perfectly on the bike, adjusted everything, tightened everything, and then I realized something very important. I forgot the key. So I had to go back home again with my helmet on, leaving the camera recording on the bike, probably recording the bike having an emotional breakdown like she already left me. So I finally got the key and started my ride at 3:20 am. And my mom was standing on the balcony and waving goodbye even at 3:20 am. You are probably wondering why I'm riding a Jawa bike when I said I'm going to ride a Royal Enfield bike. That is because I'm going to the Royal Enfield showroom Gachibowli. That is where the ride is actually starting from. And I have to reach there by 4:15 am. The streets were mostly empty, and it was a foggy morning, and I started vibing to the music inside my helmet. Just me, the cold wind, and the dark road. I was following every single traffic rule even at 3 am like a perfect rider, and I was waiting at the red signal. And the light finally turned green. I was just about to accelerate
and suddenly out of nowhere, this car guy comes flying in front of me. So the point is, no matter how empty the Hyderabad roads are at 3 am, there is always that one person who exists just to test your patience. I was actually on a call with my mom at that point of time, and instantly I switched from, "Yes, mom, I am fine," to, "Mom, you won't believe what just happened." I swear my heart was racing, not because I was scared, but because I wanted to give that guy a free ticket to the driving school. But still, I took a deep breath, slowed down, and kept going. Because tonight wasn't about some reckless driver. Tonight was about me, my ride, my experience. So finally, I reached the Royal Enfield Gachibowli showroom. I saw so many riders already waiting there. Every single one of them looked so prepared with the helmets on, jackets on, gloves on, boots on. They were all prepared and confident enough. I slowly walked inside. I met a few riders, and honestly, they were all really friendly. We spoke for a bit, small conversations, small smiles, and it made me feel so less alone. And then they gave me a consent form. I filled my details, I signed it, and gave it back to them. After that, we had a briefing session. The main rider explained all the hand signals, formations, rules, safety points, and everything. I listened to every single word, but I was so nervous that nothing actually registered in my head. After the briefing was over, everybody moved outside, went to their bikes, and started their bikes. Even I took the key of the bike and started my bike. And that's when the reality finally hit me. My legs weren't fully touching the ground. Only my toes were touching, that too, just barely. I was scared. I was really scared. But at the same time, it was such a good feeling because for the first time, I was about to ride a Royal Enfield bike. And then there was this moment when we all were waiting at the signal, and instead of looking around like others, I was just staring at the handlebar like a little baby discovering a new toy. I was actually checking every switch, every button, every tiny detail, trying to understand everything perfectly. I was actually nervous, excited, overthinking, all at the same time. But even with all the fear, there was something very sweet about the moment. Because in that moment, I wasn't riding the bike, I was slowly getting to know it. The morning was foggy and windy, but the sound of 14 Royal Enfield bikes riding together, honestly, it was magical. inside me, there was this fear. First time I'm riding with a group, first time off roading, first time on a tall bike, and this bike is brand new. I absolutely must not drop it. Still, with all the fear, I kept going. I watched the rider in front of me and slowly learned all the hand signals. And I started doing them too. The tiny little improvement felt like a massive victory for me. Somewhere in between, we took a coffee break. Everybody chilled for a few minutes. We had a quick chat and then we got back on bikes. Hyderabad. This city is something else. People say every city has a soul. And if that is true, Hyderabad definitely has one that never sleeps. During the day, it's loud and fast, but at night, it turns into something magical. The roads feel wider, the air feels lighter, and it's almost like the whole city is whispering, "Go on, this is your moment." Honestly, at this point, I was kind of scared and nervous because I didn't know how the trail is going to be and if I will be able to handle the bike or not. So I was kind of scared, but at the same time, I was excited. And Hyderabad has always been like that for me. It's a city where you can be scared and excited at the same time, lost and confident at the same time, nervous and alive at the same time. Honestly, I think this city teaches you to show up, to go out there. Even if you don't have everything figured out, it's okay. To take your first step. Even if the destination is blurry, that's okay. To believe that maybe, just maybe, something amazing is waiting for you on the other side. So I kept riding, not because I had everything figured out, but because I wanted to try. And then we reached the off roading trail. Rocks, sand, bumps, inclines. The ground is uneven. The bike is heavy. My legs are short. My heart is beating like a drum. At some point, I quietly told the main guy, "I can't do it. I'm scared." And he told me, "Don't worry, you are doing great. Just keep going." And that sentence gave me courage. Every time I needed to touch the ground and I couldn't, my soul literally left my body.